Hello and welcome back to another video in the world of Monster Hunter. Today is a build video for the Kjárr Assault Water. So, Kjárr Assault Water, I would say at the moment is your best option for Pierce. It trades a little bit of affinity for higher damage, although the affinity is quite easily made back, than the Tariff Assault Pierce, although the Tariff Assault Pierce is still absolutely fine and dandy, little bit lower damage, but you do have another 5% affinity, so it really does depend on how you wish to work it. And due to my love of Pierce, simply because it was like the most OP thing going in Monster Hunter 4U, I keep bragging and bringing it up, I know, but I am really quite sour that Pierce is just no longer as effective as it once was. And well, it can be effective, but for like 10% of the game, and after that it's just sort of like a bit of a mess. So as a previous build I put up, I was really proud of this. It was probably at the time one of the most powerful Pierce builds around, without trying to brag too much. Took a lot of influence from the Heavy Bowgun meta that is posted all over JinJinx and Tuna's Discord. Used it as a major influence in pretty much all of my builds, bar like a few. So I wanted to share my love of my Pierce Heavy Bowgun with JinJinx and Tuna. So I contacted Tuna, as he seems to be a lot more active than JinJinx, and I was like, hey, you know, look at my build. And Tuna did what Tuna does best. He knowledge bombed the crap out of my build, and it underwent a few changes. Now, the interesting thing with these changes are, as you can see here, that the stats quite simply haven't changed. The left being my original build and the right side being what Tuna has done to my beautiful Pierce 3 Heavy Bowgun. This of course is not true for the defense and the resistances if you weren't really paying attention. So a quick reminder of what my original Pierce build was. Kjárr Assault Water with a health augment and an expert decoration, Kaiser Gamma helmet with 2 tenderizer, Draken Alpha chest with another tenderizer, Xena Jiva Gamma gloves, waist and boots with flawless attack, pierce, attack, mind's eye, expert, and then rounding it off with an attack charm 3. Now I was so caught up with just how in love with this build that I forgot the basic principles of how Pierce works, and without trying to go too far into the math, it's basically weakness exploit is a bit wacky on Pierce. Yes, it is absolutely amazing, that plus 50% affinity on weak points, but due to hit zone values and weak points being few and far between with a fair few monsters, you kind of want to build up your affinity outside of weakness exploit as much as possible, which is where good old Tuna came in, and he absolutely ransacked my build for a few different states, and me being a complete mongo and adding in the wrong things in the wrong areas, but the end result is a Pierce Heavy Bowgun that is, as far as I am able to tell at this particular point, I'm not sure what arch-tempered Nergigante pieces would do to this, since that is now out, but for the moment on PC I am fairly confident in saying that this is the most damaging Pierce Heavy Bowgun build currently in the game. So let's have a quick sort of playthrough as to how Tuna brutalized, tore apart and upped my build to a point of where it's now just pure broken, at least on the monsters where Pierce works. So the first thing that was changed was the Draken Alpha chest that was swapped out for Empress Beta chest, allowing for peak performance 2 and 3 level 1 decoration slots. Minor decoration changes were taken place, as well as the fact that I had to swap out my attack charm for mighty charm. The next mix around was for the helmet, and this is where I wasn't thinking whatsoever, but luckily we have absolute gurus like JinJinx and Tuna around, so this build is pretty much on the money. So here we have changed out the Kjárr Gamma helmet for the Gala Alpha, giving a critical boost, and this is where I messed up because I didn't remove a said decoration and added in another one painfully as an idiot. So from here, if you haven't caught on already, this is where it gets fun. So now it's time for the full and final build courtesy of Tuna, the Kjárr Assault Water with a health augment as well as an expert decoration, Gala Alpha helmet with tenderizer and 2 expert, Empress Beta chest with 3 attack decorations, Xeno'jiiva Gamma gloves with a mighty, tenderizer and attack decorations, Xeno'jiiva Gamma waist with a pierce and your final attack decoration, Xeno'jiiva Gamma boots with Mind's Eye and 2 expert, and rounding it all off we do have the mighty charm 2. So as for skills, what this gives us is spare shot, critical element, which we don't care about unless you want to use some water ammo, critical eye level 5, attack boost level 5, you can swap one out for true shot if you want to get your special ammo boost up, critical boost level 3, maximum might level 3, peak performance level 2, weakness exploit level 2, power prolonger, which we're not too bothered about, special ammo boost 1 or 2 depending on how you want to go, piercing shots and Mind's Eye ballistica. Now, the reason this build is actually so effective is because it pulls you away from using weakness exploit. Removing weakness exploits leaves you with a 70% affinity chance. If you're wanting to overstack, you can potentially remove one attack decoration and put another expert in, and this will leave you with a 75% affinity chance, but still you're overcompensating by 5 because adding in weakness exploit would then put you at, if you could, 105%, which is redundant at this point in the game. So the idea behind this is so that you are able to optimize a bit more on your damage when you're hitting the non-weak areas, which is where the majority of the damage for this will be coming from, simply because Pierce is very reliant on trying to get those weak points, but when you don't get those weak points, your damage drops a hell of a lot. So in a nutshell, the reason this build works so well in comparison to a lot of others is you're not reliant on weakness exploit. Anyway, I do hope this has helped. Good luck, have fun, and don't die. It's bad for the health.